Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, Fields. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, it's Taylor. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because A lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
In motion left goes Jones. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
34-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended... Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Stiff-armed him. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Watson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Watson on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Watson. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To the air yet again, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss. Set.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Rams.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and 9, Fields. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Saints 7. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson looking deep for Julio. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Watson's throw here complete.
And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Watson looks to throw again. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Randall Cobb. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Saints 14.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. On play action, Fields. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And, oh, he spins past him and into space. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Off play action, Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So first and 10 now from the 30. On the draw is Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Play action. It's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now Fields. Across the formation, he hits Austin.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
Fields.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give for Taylor running right side.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's Fields. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Here's Koo to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old way, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22.
Dante Jackson on the tackle. A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll send Parker in motion right. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They snap it to Fields.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is taken in at the 5. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Fields now to throw.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14.
Rams 35, Saints 14. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
To try again after the sack. Watson, a solid stiff arm. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Watson's pass.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Koo for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Rams 42, Saints 14. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Watson's pass.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Here's Fields.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.